Hello students, I'm Lokesh Rathore. Uh, in the last video, we have seen some basic thing and the introduction of chapter number second, that is polynomial. In that session, we have seen the types of polynomial, variable, constant, uh, expression and equations. And one more thing, that was degree of the polynomial. Now today we are going to start our exercise 2.1. So let us start. So the first question of the exercise 2.1 is which of the following expression are polynomial and in one variable and which are not. State reason for your answer. Same in the last session I had explained that how we can identify whether the given expression or equation is a polynomial or not. For that we had to see that the power of the variable should be the positive whole number. Means वेरिएबल की पावर क्या होना चाहिए, पॉजिटिव होल नंबर. मीन्स वेरी ऑन द वेरिएबल रूट विल नॉट बी देयर. Okay, and one more thing, the power of the variable should not be negative. These two things you have to remember, and by using these two things you can identify whether the given expression is a polynomial or not. So the first one is 4x square minus 3x plus 7. So highest power of the variable is 2 and 2 is whole number, as well as it is positive whole number. And second one, power of x is 1. So both x have the positive whole number as their power. So first one is a polynomial. Second one, see, y square root is on 2. 2 is constant. We have to just see the variable. So on the variable the power is 2 and 2 is positive whole number, therefore it is also a polynomial. Next, and third one, the root is on t, so that's why it is not the polynomial. And last session I had explained why root is it a variable having root and not a polynomial. Next one, y plus 2 upon y. Here power of y is 1. When I solve 2 upon y, it will be written as y plus 2 into y raised to the power minus 1. So power of y is an integer, so it is not a polynomial. Okay, now question number second, write the coefficient of x square in each of the following polynomial. So coefficient means the number coming with the variable is called the coefficient with its multiplier. So here, so x square, we have to find the coefficient of x square. So with x square no digit is there, means we can say 1 will be there. So coefficient of x square is 1. Here coefficient of x square minus side is there and no digit, means we'll take minus 1. Coefficient of x square, with x square here pi by 2, so pi by 2 is the coefficient of x square. And next one, there is no term which is having x square, so we'll say the coefficient of x square is 0. Okay. And third one, in the question it has been asked that give one example of each of the of a binomial of degree 35 and a monomial of degree 100. In last session I had explained what is the mean of binomial and a monomial. Binomial means a polynomial having two term and monomial means a polynomial having one term. So in first case we have to write the example of a binomial of degree 35. So see here they had taken 3x raised to the power 35 minus 5. So two terms are there. First one 3x raised to the power 35, second one minus 5. So two terms and degree is 35. So they have written a binomial with degree 35. Next, a monomial contain one non-zero term. So they have written 5y raised to the power 100. Why we have taken 100? Because in question it has been asked that monomial of degree 100. So whether you can write this one or you can write by your own, like I am writing 2 x raised to the power something 35. In the question it is asked that 35, so 35, or I can write plus 3 5 whatever. In second one we have to write a monomial, so directly I can write say like m raised to the power 100, so it also can be written like this. Okay, I think you might have understand. In question number 4 it has been asked, write the degree of each of the following polynomials. So degree means the highest power of the polynomial will be the degree. So highest power is in first one 3, so degree of the polynomial is 3. In second one 2, third one 1, and last one there is no variable, which means the power of the degree of the polynomial will be the 0. In the fifth question, you have to just classify the following linear, quadratic, or cubic polynomial. In the last session, we had seen the polynomial having two term. The maximum power of the polynomial is 1. That will be called the linear. 2 quadratic, and 3 cubic. So the first one is x square, maximum power is 2, and it is quadratic polynomial. In second one, highest power is 3, so it is cubic polynomial. In third one, highest power is 2, it is quadratic polynomial. And next one, highest power is 1, so it is a linear polynomial. So same concept you can use. Okay, now we are starting exercise 2.2. The very first question of exercise 2.2 is find the value of 5x minus 4x square plus 3 at x equals to 0, x equals to minus 1, and x equals to 2. Means we have to find the value of the given polynomial. In the last video I had explained how we can find the value of the given polynomial. So finding the value of the given polynomial, we need to put the value of x is 0, second time minus 1, and third time we'll put instead of x 2. So first one I am taking first. I have written the given polynomial 5x minus 4x square plus 3. So instead of x, first I'll put x equals to 0. Okay, so 5 as it is, instead of x, I had taken 0. So between 5 and x there is no sign, means we have to take multiply. Minus 4 as it is, into instead of x square, again we have to take 0, so 0 square plus 3. So these two terms will be 0. So finally we will have what, 3. Okay, second one, now we have to take x equals to minus 1. So x equals to minus 1, so instead of x we have to put minus 1. So 5 into minus 1 minus 4 as it is into minus x square means minus 1 square. Okay, plus 3. So 5 into minus 1 become minus 5, minus 4 into minus plus 1. So minus 4 as it is plus 3. So minus 5 minus 4 both are like term having same sign, means they will be added. So minus 5 minus 4 become minus 9 plus 3 as it is. So minus 9 plus 3, as you all know that when signs are different we need to subtract them. So here I had subtracted minus 9 plus 3 become minus 6. Okay, so same questions in your textbook are there. So solve this question. If you find any difficulty, so please ask me. Now second question is similar like first one, so solve it and ask me whether you find any difficulty. Now we are starting question number 3rd. See, verify whether the following are 0 of the polynomial indicated against them. Means we have to check that the given value of x is a 0 of the गिवन पोलिनोमियल में ये चेक करना है कि क्या ये इसका ज़ीरो है. फॉर दैट वी नीड टू पुट दिस वैल्यू इंस्टेड ऑफ x, एंड इफ आवर आंसर comes 0 then we can say yes, it is the 0 of the given polynomial. If the answer is not 0, then we can say no, it is not a 0 of given polynomial. So here I am starting. First we are putting x equals to minus 1 by 3. So instead of x we have to write minus 1 by 3. So p as it is x means minus 1 by 3 equals to 3 as it is into instead of x we have to write minus 1 by 3 plus 1. 3 and 3 can be cancelled. As you all know that the terms same terms in multiply, and if term are in numerator and denominator, so they will be cut. So here we have minus 1 plus 1, minus 1 plus 1 becomes 0. So our answer came 0, means we can say that the given given the value of x is a 0 of given polynomial. So yes, we have written here, yes, x equals to minus 1 by 3 is a 0 of the of 3x plus 1. So for your practice, some more questions are in there in your NCERT book, so please go through it and solve. If you find any difficulty, you can ask me here. We are starting question number 4. Find the zero of the polynomial. As we have seen in our first video, that was introduction part of chapter number 2. There we had discussed how we can find the zero of the given polynomial. So 0 means we have to put the given equation equals to 0. See here, px is given x plus 5. We have to find the zero of the polynomial. 0 means we have to find the value of the variable. Here I have written let px equals to 0 means उसको 0 के equal रखना ही पड़ेगा for finding the value of 0. See px we have x plus 5 equals to 0. For finding the value of x, I need to shift 5. So I have shifted 5 here, 5 having positive sign. When I shift it, it will be negative. So x equals to minus 5. So it was the exercise 2.2. Okay. Now before starting exercise 2.3, we need to understand our next topic, that is remainder theorem. So by using this theorem, we can solve our exercise 2.3. So first let us see the statement of remainder theorem. So what is the statement? Let px be any polynomial. Px be a polynomial of degree n greater than or equals to 1. Means px कोई एक polynomial है. Polynomial कुछ भी हो सकता है. Let for example we can write like px equals to, like I have written 5x square plus 3x minus 2. कोई भी एक polynomial हो सकता है. So px be a polynomial of degree n greater than or equals to 1 and a be any real number if px is divided by the linear polynomial x minus 1, then the remainder is pa. So इसमें करना क्या है, इस polynomial को x minus a से divide करना है. So you can use whether the long division method or you can use the remainder theorem. So for understand in detail, we need to solve a question. So direct we are starting exercise 2.3. Okay, so here we are starting. Okay, so very first question of exercise 2.3 is find the remainder when x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1 is divided by x plus 1. Second one is x minus 1 by 2. Third one only x, then x plus pi and 5 plus 2x. So we use the remainder theorem and we'll solve. Okay, so we have two options here. First, whether we can use the long division method, that is proper division method, and second one we can use the remainder theorem. Okay, so here we will use the remainder theorem. Okay, now see. Okay, so the first we'll write let px equals to the given polynomial I am writing. Px equals to what is given, x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1, and the second polynomial, and one more thing is given. First one x plus 1 equals to, will take what, 0. Why I have written 0? Because we are using the remainder theorem. So by using remainder theorem we can write x plus 1 equals to 0. So x plus 1, here I have written x plus 1 equals to 0. So by using this we can find the value of x. So value of x will be, when I shift to 1, it will be changed into the negative sign. So value of x will be minus 1. Now we have to put this given value in the given polynomial. Okay, so p minus 1 instead of x will take what, minus 1, equals to x cube. Instead of x we have to take minus 1. So minus 1 cube plus, next we have 3x square. So 3 as it is into x square means minus 1 square plus 3 as it is into x means -1 and again +1. So -1 cube become what? -1. You all know that how I have solved it. Plus -1 square, -1 into -1, +1 into 3 become +3. Okay, plus and minus become -3 into 1, 3, and finally we have what? 1. So +1 -1 cancel, +3 -3 cancel, finally answer is 0. So the remainder is 0. So first method we have solved it by using remainder theorem, and if you want to solve it by using long division method, so you can solve it by using long division method. You can write it like this, and you can divide it: x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1. So two methods you have. Either you can use the first method or you can use the second method. Okay, so we are using only the remainder theorem method. Now the second one, you have to same thing, you have to take the x minus 1 by 2 equals to 0, and when you shift minus 1 by 2 equals to the side of equals to, you will get x equals to plus 1 by 2, and instead of this x you have to put x equals to 1 by 2. In third one there is no value of x, so you can directly write x equals to 0, so instead of x you have to just put 0. Then fourth one you have to put instead of x equals to pi. So see fourth, how we can solve it. Fourth one, so you have to take x plus pi equals to 0 by using remainder theorem. Okay, so value of x will be what? Minus pi. Okay, when I shift it, so again instead of that px I'll put minus pi. Then x cube means same thing, we have minus pi cube, plus 3 into x square means minus pi square, plus 3 into x means minus pi, and finally I have what? Plus 1. So minus pi cube will be here, minus pi square will be plus 3 pi square, and finally minus 3 pi plus 1. Now we cannot solve it further, so it will be the answer. Okay, so ultimately करना क्या है, जो सेकेंड पोलिनोमियल गिवन होगा उसको 0 के इक्वल लेना है बाय यूजिंग रिमाइंडर थ्योरम, वहाँ से x की वैल्यू फाइंड करना है, और ये जो वैल्यू इसको फर्स्ट पोलिनोमियल में पुट करना है. ओके, सिंपल वे में अगर मैं बताऊँ तो जो बड़ा पोलिनोमियल है उसमें छोटे पोलिनोमियल से x की वैल्यू फाइंड करना है, बड़े पोलिनोमियल में पुट करना है और सॉल्व करना है. ओके, so this was the first question of exercise 2.3. Now third question, second question of exercise 2.3 is find the remainder when x cube minus x square plus 6x minus a is divided by this. So same thing again, we have to use the remainder theorem, and by using remainder theorem we can solve it. Okay, so let us see its solution. So first we'll write let what? Px equals to the given polynomial x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a, and we'll take by using remainder theorem, we'll take what? X minus a equals to 0. So when I shift this a, I'll get the value of x, so value of x will be positive a. Now I'll put this value in the given polynomial. Okay, so pa equals to, instead of a I'm putting a. X cube means what? A cube plus minus a as it is into x square means again a square plus 6 as it is into x means a, and finally we have what? A. Here a cube as it is, a square into a become a cube, plus 6a we have, and minus a. So positive and negative 6a can a cube can be cut. Finally we have 6a minus a. 6a and minus a both are like terms, so they can be subtracted. 6a minus a become what? 5a. So 5a is the answer, or we can say 5a is the remainder of the given polynomial when we divided by x minus a. Okay, in third question you have to do it is given that it has been asked that check whether x 7 plus 3x is a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. So first you have to take this 7 plus 3x equals to 0, and by using remainder theorem you have to find the value of x. So value of x will be minus 7 by 3. as I have written here, you can see x equals to minus 7 by 3. Then this value of x equals to minus 7 by 3, you have to put it here and you have to just solve. If your answer is coming 0, so you can say yes, this one is a factor of this. If your answer is not 0, so you can say no, it is not a factor of this. So you can solve it. Okay, thank you. So in our next video we'll be discussing might be discussing the factor theorem, and we'll use that factorization theorem. We'll solve exercise 2.4 and 2.5. So thank you.